What's up everyone? So I have a very fun video today. I don't know if this will be for a very niche audience, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Disney key collection. And if you don't really know what Disney keys are, I believe it was probably like 2014 or maybe like probably earlier than that. So if you don't really know what keys I'm talking about, when there were Disney stores open, every morning they would ask someone who was waiting for the store to open to help open the store with magic. So there was this whole little ceremony. The cast members would come out and normally they would either pick like the first person that was there in front of the store or like a little kid. But it would be this whole ceremony and then you got a miniature version of the key that would open the stores. Then once they decided to close all of the physical Disney stores, besides like the one in New York City or Disneyland, Disney World, whatever, they started to release a lot of the key collections online. I feel like I have so many and to not showcase them would kind of be a crime. So I'm just gonna go through all of the ones that I know for sure that I have. I don't know if my mom has different ones, or I know that there were definitely a couple of the ones that she really liked that we ended up getting that we only got one of that she just decided to keep. But I'm just gonna go through all of the keys. So comment down below if you guys ever collected these. I don't think they really release them anymore, or if they do, I don't really hear a lot about them. After a while, they stopped releasing ones that I was super interested in getting, so maybe I'll have to start paying a little bit more attention to that because it's probably been at least like a year or two. But Disney always does this, so we're just gonna get started with the collection. So starting off with the ones that don't have boxes, this was one of the first ones that we got, obviously. This is the miniature key that I was talking about. And we actually have a couple of these. I'm pretty sure my mom, sister, and I all have one because every time that we would be at the store, we would be the first ones in line and then we would be asked to help open the store. And these are also in no particular order. I would honestly have to Google the order that these were actually released in, so just know that a lot of the ones that are not in boxes were the ones that came out first. Then obviously I have the Toy Story 4 key. This was right around the movie coming out, so. Then we just have the Disney Plus key. This is probably like one of my least favorite ones, but honestly it was free and we just had to show up to the store that day because they were giving out a lot of these, but it's just the Disney Plus. And then here is just the Christmas one. There's the tag. And this one's really cute. So yeah, I have no clue when this came out, but it's a super cute key. So we just have that. And then I believe this was probably like the second key that we officially like tried to get. It's just the Donald Duck 85-year anniversary key. And then we just have the D23 Expo. Super cute. And Minnie Mouse. I remember there was such a long line for this one and we almost didn't get it because I think, maybe I'm wrong, but they may have only been giving out like 100 or 150 per store. And I remember we were towards like the back of the line and we got like 107 and 108. And then we just have the Soul key. I believe this was one of the ones that maybe got released online as well because I'm pretty sure Soul came out in like 2016. But I feel like Soul is a relatively like more recent Pixar film, so. And then we just have Tigger. This was for the Leap Day in 2020. I think this was right before COVID started, if I remember correctly, because the Leap Day would have been February 29th and COVID officially like shut everything down in March, so that's crazy to think about. Then we just have the Frozen 2 key. I really like the snowflake design on this one. And this is probably one of my favorites. This is just like I'm almost positive that we also got this one online as well. And I'm a little confused what it's for, but it's super cute. So, and then we just have this ink and paint key, which again is probably one of my favorites. I think it's so cute. And then I have a couple of the different blind boxes. So I think my mom has some of these as well. So I only have 2 boxes. I have the ice cream and the Winnie the Pooh like Easter boxes because I keep some of these keys in there. So from the ice cream collection, I just have this mini one. I love the waffle cone. Again, like I really liked these. And then I also have Mickey. And then for the Easter one, I have Rabbit, which I remember selling the duplicates that we had of these, so I think my mom must have the other ones. But I think we got like 6 boxes of each, so for me to only have like 1 and 2 is kind of random. But then from another blind box collection, I just have this Dumbo one, Lady and the Tramp, super cute. And this 101 Dalmatians key, which again, I'm pretty sure those 3 are all from the same blind box, so we just have those. And the rest of these are all just in boxes, so to start off, again, these are in no particular order. We just have the 25-year Toy Story key, and then this Cinderella 70th anniversary key. This one's so pretty. I just love all of the little details. And then this 2022 key, which I can't believe that was 4 years ago. Like, that's actually impossible. But yeah, super cute. And then Winnie the Pooh, probably another one of my favorites. I think they did a really good job on this one. And then we have Small World, Alice in Wonderland, the Pluto anniversary key, the Monsters Inc. key. I'm actually not entirely sure what this one is for specifically, but it just says be, oh wow, that's hard to read. Be bold, be true, be you. And then the Dumbo key, the Up key, which again is probably one of my favorites. And then this 2021 pin, pretty similar to the 2022, but just as cute. And then I love this Lilo and Stitch. I think Lilo and Stitch just looks so cute, so. Beauty and the Beast. This Mandalorian one, which I think my mom probably got this a lot more for like my sister, but Baby Yoda is pretty cute. I feel like this is one of the more lame keys in my opinion, but. And then I just have the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And then we just have this Pride key, which is really pretty. The Haunted Mansion key. And the last single one that I have is just the Fantasia one, which again is a really, really cool one. Now the rest of these, I consider them to be a little bit more special, but first we just have this Space Mountain one, which is super, super heavy. I never took it out of the wrap, I'm just now realizing. Didn't even know that there was plastic wrap on there. But I'm almost positive that it's like metal or something. Like this box is so heavy, but it's super cool. I don't even know where we got this from. A really, really cool one to have. And then I guess this was a special one for like the Disney Rewards credit card. It's almost like the same as what you would get, but it's just in like this fancy case, it looks like. Or actually, it looks like this one is a little bit more embellished, if you guys can see. Like, the leaves are a little raised. I don't know. Again, never took it out of the box, obviously. And then we just have this Disney collector, or this Disney designer one, which is pretty cool. And then we have the 2-pack for Hocus Pocus. I love these mini keys. I almost wish that they came out more with those. But these 2-packs are really cute. And then another Stitch one, which I love Scrump. But again, these ones are super, super cute. And then we have like this Valentine 2-pack with Mickey and Minnie. And then I have this 3-pack. I don't remember where we got this from. I don't know if it was from the Disney store or when they had the Mickey's like 90th exhibition here in New York City. But these are pretty cool. And lastly, I just have this 4-pack of all of the different like Disney. So we have the Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, and then the Walt Disney Studios keys. So that's really cool to have all 4 of them, I guess. But those are all of the keys that I think I have. Again, I think my mom does have a couple of like the blind boxes or certain ones that like she really liked. But they're very cool to collect, and again, let me know down below if you guys know if they still release keys every now and then. Maybe I should start looking into it, but I know that whenever we see a key that we really like, we do get it. But we haven't gotten a key from probably at least like 2022 or 2023 if I had to guess. But thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below if you guys collect Disney keys and which ones you maybe want. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!